We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team from the American, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's loose on the right. The 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
it's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Breaks into the open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Oh, he makes the catch. Across the 25, he's got room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Wants to throw on third down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bruins. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the point after is good. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Creates a little room. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. I mean, these guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Thomas. Oh, what a move to get open. Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown, UCLA. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it gets no bigger than 1 versus 2, and this has already been a thriller. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this 1 versus 2 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He just barely got enough of that one. He just barely kept it straight enough, too. And they've regained the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Now on first down from the 28. White wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. White going to attack through the air. Complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end to the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Moving out of the pocket. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Turning on the Jets. He's at the touchdown Bruins. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Going right to work up top. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one up.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, UCLA. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corners are going to bail. White wants to throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Back up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking deep down the right side. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it simply gets no bigger than this. 1 versus 2, the wait is over, and we've got an update. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the swamp. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything else happens in this clash between the top 2 teams in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. This time it's complete. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Cox.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going up top again. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he attack through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
One more snap coming before halftime. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. White wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. looking to fire. Got a man. It's Anthony. Running through contact. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
White going to attack through the air. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Fitted in the window for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback.
A shootout, both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might be calling a hot route. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. He's got it and still on his feet. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Motion from the wideout. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The Bruins will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big spread! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. That may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and you know, we've seen it time and time again. You get one when you kick field goals. That's something that...
Touchdown, Bruins! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. White wants to throw it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He misses his man, the accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. White going to attack through the air, using his legs to buy some time. Throws to the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Steps away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, he wants it all. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Oh, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way...
Touchdown, Bruin! Excellent pass by the back on the option. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. White wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Brown.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Buys a little extra time. The throw. It's incomplete and will change ends of the field now. As we start the fourth quarter. It'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. There's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took...
Going for it all. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Takes the handoff. It's Woods. He has the first and still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Finds his man. It's Woods. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And they decide to trot out the kicker. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. These DBs going to give a little cushion. The short hands, it's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Got the first down and more. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
To the air, it's Nelson. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, UCLA. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Rutgers.
He wants to take the top off. Finds a spot in the middle.
We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
White going to attack through the air. Release to the back. He's got his man. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! Great job by the back on the option.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.